Hi, I'm Kami Arcana, and today I'm gonna tell you all about my big three. So welcome back. Yeah, we've made it. We made the first video, and now I'm back to my second video on Tarot 2. Yay me! And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Already subscribe if you want to, give a thumbs up, and let's talk about today's video. So I wanted today to continue introducing myself in a way. So I decided to do another hashtag. And this is a very fun one. And it's made by Krista from Krista Chronicles. And it's called hashtag Big 3 Tarot. And it's fun because it blends tarot and astrology. I love tarot and I very much appreciate astrology, even though I don't know a lot. I know the basics. I guess I know the basics. I can say I know the basics. And it's another chance for me to tell a little bit more about myself in this new space I'm talking here on Tarot Tube. All right? So let's do it. And as you can see, I've changed the setting a little bit. I didn't like the other one. I don't know. I'm not 100% about this one also. We will fix things and improve things as we go. Yes? Better this way. So what are the big three? So in astrology, it refers to the sun, the moon, and the rising in your birth chart. And they are considered like the essential parts of our being. Like together, they really form the core of who we are. We can say that. Your sun sign describes your core identity, your ego, your motivations, your fundamentals. Like it tells you like who you are in this lifetime. The moon signs, it's all about emotions and inner life, and describes your emotional side, your inner world, your intuition. It's how you handle your feelings, how you handle your emotions, and how you navigate your inner realm. And it's also a side of yourself that you don't show to most people. It's a very hidden side of yourself because it's the moon, right? Opposed to the sun, you don't show to everyone. You select the few ones that are going to see this side of you. And the rising sign, it's your persona. It's how you put yourself out there. It's your first impressions. It's how you show up in the world. It's how you function in reality. I guess this is what the big three are about. Correct me in the comments or add something you want or you think it's relevant to this concept, and let's go. Let's do my big three. For each placement, I chose 3 decks. I'm a Cancer Sun, and for the first deck, I chose the Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot. We Cancers, we tend to be very nostalgic. We tend to look at the past in a very loving way. And we always tend to go back to our past experiences and put like a lens through it and see it all with better eyes. So the past is always better. And we are very much attached to our childhood and our parents, but in the same way, we are kind of creepy sometimes. We are kind of a little weird. At least I am not cute and fluffy as what is usually the stereotype of a Cancer. So I think the Nicoletta Ciccoli is like a perfect example of a Cancer nostalgia, because you see the childhood, but it's distorted and it's weird in a way. So I think this is a perfect example of a Cancer sun sign. Yeah, you look at the past, but you put it a lens that is kind of weird. So yeah, this is a very much my Cancer sun. Another deck I picked for my sun in Cancer is the Death Doula Oracle. I think, and this was like my first thought about how a Cancer deck will be, and it will be the Death Doula. Let me explain. This oracle, it has like an really genuine ability to listen. And I think as a Sun in Cancer, usually my friends tell me that I have this therapist ability to really listen when someone is telling me something or someone is opening up. And I think the Death Doula is a very, at least for me, it's a very, it's like a hug. It's like a friend. It's a deck that I feel that it listens exactly what I'm saying. Whenever I'm feeling really lost or whenever I feel like I need just someone to listen and tell me to breathe, the Death Doula does it in such a beautiful way. So this is an aspect of being a Cancer Sun. I feel that more than talk, Cancers, we like to listen and we like to see a person, like really look to a person and don't just be there present as the person is saying, but to really pay attention to every little sign in every little aspect of the conversation. So I think this is an oracle that is a very good listener. It just welcomes me in a very protected space. Yes, that's what I wanted to find the word. I feel protected. And as the mother of the signs, I suppose, I feel this protective energy, like, come here, you're safe, you can talk to me. I feel that in the Death Doula Oracle. And the last deck for my Sun in Cancer, it's the Yala Tarot or Tarot de Yala, which is a Brazilian indie deck. And the thing about a Sun in Cancer, it's we are very much attached to our roots, to our home. As little crabs that we are, we carry our home wherever we go. And this deck, being Brazilian and like a very Latino deck, it shows me home. I don't live in Brazil anymore, but whenever I get this deck, I go back home a little bit. And I get very emotional every time I pick this deck because every time I pick this deck, I know how homesick I am sometimes. The images in the deck are not only Brazilian, but they are more like Latino. You see, this is capoeira. This is a Brazilian dance. It's a dance and a fight. And it's very Brazilian. Those images, they bring me a home. And for example, this is the Three of Pentacles. Here it's called Três de Ouros, which is Three of Pentacles in Portuguese. And this is a scene that I think every Brazilian has been in. So this girl, she's selling brigadeiros. Brigadeiros is a kind of chocolate candy. Most everyone I know has done this sometime in their life to pay for college or in between jobs or when they needed like an extra cash. So go sell brigadeiros to people you know in the street, in college, to pay for your bills. This is so Brazilian. So my Cancer Sun feels that I'm bringing a little bit of home with me whenever I get this deck. I love it. And I get very, very emotional whenever I take this. So yeah, this is the last deck for my Sun in Cancer. And this is the Yala Tarot. And now let's talk about my rising sign. And I have Virgo rising. I think that having a Virgo rising makes my life so much easier. And I'll explain. So for the first deck, I chose the Pagan Otherworld. And I chose the Pagan Otherworlds for its earthy, clean, grounded aspect. So I feel as a Virgo rising, all the emotions and turbulences that my sun and moon causes me, it's balanced through my Virgo rising. And I think this deck is a great depiction of a very grounded and no bullshit kind of deck. I really like this deck. For me, it's a very straightforward deck. It feels like it illustrates Virgo beautifully. Another aspect of my Virgo rising, I chose the Herb Crafter's Tarot. And this other aspect of Virgo rising, I think usually I say like Virgo is the how can I help you kind of sign. Virgos, they are the healthy, practical, problem solving kind of sign. They are very organized, methodical, and they are worried about having the environment clean, balanced, and most of all healthy. I think having a plant and a herb tarot, a herb deck, talks a lot about having this healthy environment within and around. And it gives me this vibe like, how can I help you? Do you need a tea? Do you need some plants? Do you need an incense? It gives me this, how can I help you today? And I feel that this is my Virgo rising talking. I love my rising in Virgo. It makes me so happy. You guys have no idea. And my third pick would be the Yarn Tarot. As a knitter, I know that there are many kinds of knitter out there. I am the kind of knitter that has a rising in Virgo. I need spreadsheet. I need to do the math. I need to plan. I like those things. I have spreadsheet for everything. I work with spreadsheets in my daily job. So I put that on my Virgo rising account. So I chose the Yarn Tarot because as also a knitter, I know the power and I very much appreciate a good organization and planning, having things in its place. This very organized vibe is everything to me because you will see that I'm not only a sun in Cancer, but my moon sign, it's something else. The Yarn Tarot for my last pick to my Virgo rising. And for my moon sign, I am a moon in Scorpio. Yes, this is my moon in Scorpio. This is the Vampire Tarot. You guys, a moon in Scorpio is deep and intense and brings a lot of intense emotions to me. Most of times you'll see that from outside I'm easy breezy, smiling, but inside this is what I look like. I think this is like the perfect deck for my moon in Scorpio. It was like the obvious choice, like when I saw the hashtag, I knew already what my moon deck will be, like the first choice. It's a lot of emotions, a lot of intensity, a lot of drama. Sometimes it is hard to deal. Like the aspects of the moon is something that I don't show to everyone. So only like my very close friends and relatives know this side of me. Guys, this is me in a nutshell. This is my moon in Scorpio and my sun in Cancer, like coexisting inside me. Usually, like very close people around me, they see this reality, and sometimes it's not cute, not nice, but it has a good side too. I can be very intense when I like someone or when I want to help someone, when I want to, I don't know, make someone that I love feel protected. Yeah, so it has a good side, but it's intense. Next, for my moon in Scorpio, the Somnia Tarot. So I think that another aspect of a Scorpio sign is the willingness to face what is deep and misunderstood, and an aspect to like willing to face the shadows, willing to face what's feared, like a face your fears kind of thing. And I think this is the vibe of this deck for me. Like you see those pictures, you get this like instant like reaction, like a visceral reaction. And I think sometimes this is what like a moon in Scorpio looks for, to go to those places that usually you're gonna be visceral about things. I think sometimes being a moon in Cancer is looking for emotions and not being afraid to look at my shadow side, not being afraid to look and not being afraid to welcome this shadow side. I think my moon in Scorpio is able to deal with very difficult emotions and feelings. Being able to doesn't mean it's responsible or mature, but it doesn't break that easy. I don't break easily. I do drama, but I don't break easily. It's two different things, you guys. It's two different things. And my last pick for my moon in Scorpio is the thought. Scorpio is all about finding the mystery, going for the unknown. It's the CSI of the zodiac. And I think having a thought is going for this mystery, is welcoming the mystery. If you start to study thought, you can go to a rabbit hole of infinite discoveries. And I think this very much excites my moon in Scorpio, to be able to go into rabbit holes and finding out very like things I didn't know and correlations I wasn't aware. And I mean, how Scorpio is that? It's a very, it brings my CSI brain like crazy. Every time I pick up this deck, I know that it will unlock emotions in me that I will need to investigate. I will need to go dig a little deeper. And that is something that the thought does. Not only the readings, but also the deck itself. If you start to study the thought, it's an endless job. And I think it's perfect for a Scorpio that thrives on mystery. The little detectives of the zodiac. That was it for today. Thank you, Krista, for making such a great tag. Before I joined Tarot2, I always look at hashtags, and I think hashtag videos and hashtag VRs were always like my favorite kind of videos. I think that's why I'm going crazy on the VRs. I hope you like it. Tell me in the comments what decks would you choose for my big three, or if you want to tell me your big three and your picks, please let me know. This was a very good tag, a very fun tag. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.